All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another matchup for CSL. And guys, my name is True Live, of course, and I'm going to be followed by Cameron Davis, and we're going to cover this game. And Cameron, I'm actually in a very large background. I'm at a LAN, and we're going to cover this game for you guys the best of my ability. And hopefully nothing else will go wrong. But Cameron, who do we have today?
So today we're gonna have RIT versus Wildcats. We're actually gonna go straight into the game. They skipped knife round because this is going to be a best of three. The first map is on Nuke, which I don't know who picked it. It doesn't tell me, and I wasn't able to look on for any trends or anything. But we're gonna have immediately RIT on the CT side come into the A site and clear it out. No one really on deck on the A site from Wildcats to stop the plane from going down, but they do have all 5 people left ready for the retake, as well as a kit ready for the players coming from the side. But the post-game positions are actually pretty strong. Satellite finally gets the first kill of the round, taking out Talon, but Bifo gets the second before he gets traded out, and actually 2 kills right there. Make that 3, 4, and 5 for the Wildcats. Get the defuse as well.
But mind you, they get the bomb down. That's the big issue, right?
It's true.
They get the bomb down. It gives them room to buy in the third round. So mind you guys, this is a best of 3, and it could go anyone's way. Now Arizona and the Tigers. This is definitely a CT side map. And really quick, Cameron, give us a breakdown on why this is a CT side map.
Well, mostly just because the bomb sites are really difficult to take. B is hard to get to in the first place, and then A, it's a little easy to get to because you just run straight through lobby, but there are a lot of spaces, particularly with there are 3 levels even. There's the main floor, then there's Heaven up where we actually see Ingri right now, and that whole top level, and then there's even the little mini hut, and you can see from outside as well. It's a lot of angles that the CTs can take. So those are the main things, I think, why this is a CT-centered map.
Yeah, it's all the corners, though. And Nuke is definitely a very annoying map. But the T's have a lot of potential with execute, smokes raining in down from the ceiling and taking control of outside, which is very, very important for the T side. But if they can brute force their way in inner, then I guess it doesn't matter. But there is going to be a rifle on the hands of Corbin, followed by 3 UMPs and an MP7. No action done just yet, and it's going to be a minute to go. So upgraded pistols for RIT as they contemplate where they want to go.
Yeah, they're kind of just hoping right now that Wildcats get aggressive and push out and trying to find information, but so far Wildcats have not bitten anything just yet. Looks like they're actually edging a little bit towards ramp, where we do have... Who is that? Foe right there on the side. Actually able to run down ramp, and then Corbin with the M4 gets 2K right there. Then Foe pop him right back up. Gets taken out, though, before he can get any more than just 1 kill. Veteran also getting a second for his team. So that's going to be a couple of weapons picked up for his team. Satellite, though, nice positioning up in Heaven to retake that M4 and keep that rifle out of dirty terrorist hands. Retro also cleans up B-Folk at the end there as well. Gets a little extra money with that SMG kill.
Now, that was a little awkward for RT, though. They make their way towards ramp. And I guess Corbin just shuts it down, finds 2 right away, and they try to capitalize. They find the trade-off, but going back into hell was a big mistake, right? And then they try to go back to ramp. So RT now going to have a full gun run. Like I said, Cameron, they get that bomb down on pistol, and now they have a lot of opportunity with these AKs.
Yeah, and we actually see on Wildcats, Retro is left with just from us, not the best of weapons. On a map like Nuke, I actually think I would have preferred a weapon like a UMP, just because there are a lot of close angles you can take as CT and right up in your face. UMP is actually a very powerful weapon, but Bifo rushing straight to the side gets a 2K for himself. Molly does get planted, but easily sussed out by a smoke as well. That's an early 3 kill for RIT. Getting the plant down. Just 2 remaining members for Wildcats having to try and retake this. Foe is pushing forward a little bit. Trying to find something first, but now that he's the last person left on his team, he knows there's a player to his left and is able to take him out. Wants to try and pick up this AK and maybe save it, but having to cross back over the door, take a little damage, and then just get surrounded.
Now, RT played it a lot slower this time, and Wildcats is, I don't know, they just got a little too aggressive. And a pushback from RIT. They get control of inner. And is this a shutdown from the inside?
Yeah, that's one of the things that to make this map, while it is considered CT sided, terrorists can be very, very strong at it, and that's if they hit the. But to do that, you have to hit the sites very, very fast and explosive and very coordinated, which can prove difficult to a lot of teams. But RITs can be pretty successful at it so far. Granted, they've only had 3 rounds, but in any case, ooh, 1-for-1 trade happening. Little, a little unlucky for RIT. That's going to be an AK picked up for foe. But the rest of the terrorists are going to be pushing down. Sneaky. Retro able to get... Ooh, see, I thought... Got one. Almost got 2 kills at the end with the 5-7.
Oh, but Satellite...
It's a 3-on-3.
He's got an AK. Can he make some magic happen? It's equalized to 3v3. The bomb Molotov in his face, and he's going to go down right away. Foe next in line as he makes his way through, but he spots 2. And he knows this one in decontamination and deep nade. Is it going to be good? Does enough damage, but... Smoke, pump flash as well, but he gets shot through the smoke. Nice try, but now just down to Corbin. Smoke is going to dissipate, but he doesn't have a kit. Peeks wide, finds the kill with the B4, but Starch finds the refrag, and that's going to equalize it to 2-2. But mind you, RIT, the more rounds they find on the T side, they can get start to find, I would say 4 rounds is comfortable. Anything past that is, I guess, icing the cake. 10-5, even better, of course. But the Wildcats, they need to capitalize. They're being a little too aggressive, in my opinion.
Yeah, they definitely were that round, but that's just because they were on a little bit of a save. They wanted to see if they couldn't catch them off guard. And they're doing it once again this round, actually pushing outside. It's going to be Retro and Corbin doing that with a little bit of backup from Ingui. I don't actually know how to pronounce these names. I realize this is the first time I've seen Wildcats. Which, by the way, I should know, Wildcats are the definite underdogs here. They are, what are they? They're seed 30, while RIT are seed 3. So it's definitely, RIT are definitely considered heavy favorites coming into this match right now. But Vetreon with the op down to 2 HP.
Yeah, and just upgraded pistols for the Wildcats. They are on the favorite side, and like you said, RIT is the higher seed. Now, foe, spots 1. That's going to be Talon who goes right down, and that's going to be a free AK. Now, like I said at the beginning, the angles of DE Nuke can be so frustrating. And this is why I said as well, the smoke's going to rain in down from the ceiling. And we're going to see how Starch throws this. He moves back, and I actually saw this from LG way back, but he gets the smoke down to Mini, setting up his team for success. But it's going to be 4v5 situation as they make their way towards the upper. Trade in favor of actually Wildcats, but it's just down to 2v3.
You gotta get the bomb plant. Ooh! Tiny little gap with the smoke allowed Retro to get that kill. B-Focus left. Bomb is dropped, but he did equalize it a little bit. It's still 1-on-2, but no armor. Only 1 AK on the enemy team. But he's not looking in the right direction. He's making a lot of noise. He has no time. He's got to go get that bomb. There's virtually no way for him to win this. There's definitely no way for him to win this at this point.
Yeah, and somehow Wildcats, that was an eco, correct? If I'm not wrong. And that's just rough on these guys. So RIT, I guess, held as a higher pedigree going into this matchup, but they're making mistakes, so don't count the Wildcats out, guys.
RIT right now, they're doing a little bit of a light buy into this next round. They don't have to full save. The terrorist economy can be a little more forgiving than the counter-terrorists at times. Right now, they're waiting outside to see if Wildcats want to do another little outside push that they did just last round. Now they're actually flashing themselves out, got a couple of smokes, trying to make it down squeaky. The goal right now is just make it and try and get the bomb plant, but Corbin's going to make it a little hard for them. He does take out 1 member. Luckily, the bomb does eventually get down those stairs, but some quick rotates. Already have a couple of CT players in the site.
And RIT just really need to get this bomb down. And Satellite doing a little bit of damage to his teammate. Starch is in the middle of this, and he finds a kill, picks up an M4, and his teammate is close by it. Corbin goes down, and down to Ngui, or I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to call him Ingu, because English is hard, but down to a 1v2. He does not have a kit. Down towards decontamination, the bomb ticks away, and Starch close by will go right down. And he wants to stick it. Keep in mind, there is no kid. It's a 10-second defuse. Talon drops right down. Nice right through, but he knows he's going to peek out. But what on earth? But there's no time. Wait. There's no time.
There's no time.
Oh my goodness. What a shot by him.
Yeah, I feel like he got a little freaked out by, well, now he has a kit. I feel like he got a little freaked out by the molly coming down, even though it was right on the smoke that he placed. And so just because there was the sound of the molly, you know, you have that immediate muscle memory reaction to back away.
Yeah.
But if he stuck it, like his original plan to, he maybe could have, but then again, maybe his plan wasn't to stick it in the first place, molly or not, because I don't remember who was it left from RIT that did just jump down, but playing the time, playing around the silo in the center there, RIT keep it even 3-on-3, and now with just a deagle on Retro and 2 from Moss's, the ball is definitely in their court to finally get their economy swinging ahead.
Yep, gun round indeed, but it looks like RIT just bounced back. Vetrion. And I can't even say these names. I see why you're struggling as well. But down to just 2 members of the Wildcats as Foe, followed by Retro with just a deagle in hand. And they need to save these guns. But Foe goes for it. He finds the kill onto B-Folk. And Talon finds the refrag, but down to Retro. And what does this man do in this situation? Does he go for refrag, or does he save the 1700? He's got invested.
I think he's waiting for exits. This is a really terrible position because getting up into the side through the ladder makes your aim impossible. And so yeah, Vetrion just holding the right angle takes him out. If he had a rifle, I'd say he really should have saved it. But with a deagle, I mean, I wouldn't say that's save worthy. I think the risk was definitely valid. Trading your 1700 for a potential what could be close to like over 4K economy damage dealt, but he ends up not getting it, and Wildcats into another save.
Yeah, just upgraded pistols, and when I say upgraded pistols, just 2 P250s going into this next round, right? And now aggressive B-Folk and Vetron, but actually these pistols bounce back and they're trying to capitalize. The satellite goes down, leaving Corbin down as he gets shot in the back. And 3-5 now. 3 rounds in a row for RIT. And potentially a gun round. They do have money on the Wildcats, but honestly, Cameron, I don't know. The momentum isn't here for RIT, but they've made mistakes.
Yeah.
But Wildcats, they play aggressive, but will they go back to playing defensive? Like the rounds are playing off. We're at the 9th round. Does the Wildcats play standard nuke?
Well, standard nuke hasn't really been helping them out so well so far. The real holes in RIT's, I mean, I guess the defense of their offense side is that, as we just saw in last round, when one side pushes out, they kind of all bring attention to that. And so if you push out on 2 flanks, ooh, Sada's actually getting a nice kill there on the B-Folk. But I feel like if you can be aggressive onto the terrorists from multiple angles, it can kind of catch them off guard and get some good trades at least, if not overwhelm them. But yeah, after that first pick, they kind of chilled back. But he's down below the ramp, and he hears some terrorist activity above him. But Starch is actually gonna get a first kill for his team on the A site. The bomb is yet to dedicate to any one site so far.
Yeah, 45 seconds ago, it's equalized out to a 4v4. And honestly, RIT, if they get this round, it's just icing on the cake. And you definitely feel the Wildcats, they want to push out. Retro followed by Corbin close by. Retro, if he could push out, he could find so much information, but he doesn't want to give that man advantage, right? But here we go. He's going to push right out. But actually towards the inside, in comes RIT. Refrags bouncing back, but Kyrie going to find that kill as they trade right back. And it's back to a 2v2.
Yeah, so even with missing one player, Retro, who's outside and basically unable to help anything, they were able to hold down the inner bomb site and trade, what was that, 2 for 2 right there, but then just Vetrion and Starch hold down, get easy post-time positions. Wildcats also kind of just ran in there one at a time. And so not the cleanest of retake attempts, but yeah, as you said, RIT up to six rounds. That's better. I'm not like better than average, I guess, for a terrorist side on Nuke. So this is definitely, you know, unless their CT side is absolutely garbage, already it's fair to say that this is their map to lose.
Yep, been aggressive once again, Retro. And it seems like Wildcats, all they can do is just play with pistols, and it's really rough from these guys. Retro, he spots one, but he doesn't get the shot onto Starch. But Kyrie wants to capitalize, and looking at how Kyrie's been playing, he's not having this game right now. Retro picks up an AK, but he goes down right away. And Corbin gets the call in. It is equalized help, but just upgraded pistols. We've seen this from the Wildcats, though. They can possibly do this, Cameron.
Yeah, especially now that Starch is down to 3, Vetreon down to 49. That's some pretty big health loss. Especially when you see you have armor on Satellite on Corbin. Like, say if they're able to drop Starch and toss that rifle over to one of those 2 players, that's already a pretty big threat. And it's just under a minute on the clock, but the bomb isn't even inside the facility yet. So time could be a factor.
Only in CSL, ladies and gentlemen. Talon drops to his death, and it's going to be equalized out with just pistols for the Wildcats. But Starch finds a kill into Ingui, and he finds a second, and B-Folk finds the last for Foe. And what a round. Started off by a misfate by RT, but now they have 7 rounds.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I don't know if you were watching what happened with Talon, but to be fair, he fell off because he was shot with pistols and he panicked. So it's not like he just misstepped when he was alone. He was getting shot out. He was going to die even without hitting the ground. So really, dropping and hitting the ground was a tactical maneuver because it didn't give the gold over to Wildcats.
I guess so. So gun round in play. We've got the 11th round on the board. And Rifles, no op in this round. Now the bomb on the back of Vetreon. It looks like RIT want to make their way inside. So lots of time for them to work with. They've got full utility. And Starch actually going to throw his smokes right in as he makes his way into ramp.
Yeah, who is that? It's yeah, Foe able to fall away. Earlier he did a little bit of good damage with his HE grenade as well. He's playing super defensive right now, which I think is really smart. It's giving this team time to rotate and able to defend this in an equalized manner. I'm not a big fan of his current position right now, but he's playing safe enough. He's not taking unnecessary duels, which is definitely good. But Talon does get the first blood take on Inguri, but Foe's right there. Gets actually a 2K for himself. Runs out of ammo, can't finish off Vetreon, but he does do enough damage. As Vetreon starts left 2 on 3. Bomb is being pulled away, and Corbin definitely hears his player running through the smoke and get an easy backstab. Bomb drop, AK picked up. Just Starch left, and with 30 seconds left, you can. I mean, I don't know. I think the best chance right now is to try to save this AK, because getting to the bomb without dying and then getting the plant at there is no time.
Now he does just need 4 seconds to plant, but he's definitely taking his sweet time. He's gonna get shot in the back. And,
yeah, he just doesn't want to die at this point.
Yeah, and should be a kill for Corbin. Oh, Stampede through. He's gonna live through. See another round.
Ooh. I actually didn't know how that box was that wall bangable, but oh, the corners were okay.
Yeah, the corners. But guys, 4-7. RIT sitting in a comfortable 7 rounds on the disadvantaged side. Now, mind you, Kyrie 2-9, not having a great game. Talon, okay, but the rest of, RIT having a great game, carrying the rest. But the Wildcats, they're struggling on the CT side. This is potentially another gun round, but RIT want control of the outside. And can Retro stop this these guys from crossing through?
Maybe fire some pot shots, but those smokes are easy gonna let it through. We do have Ingui though, and God, I couldn't read that name. Who is that? Info. This is embarrassing right now. Yeah, Ingui and Foe right there at the bottom to try and stop the push in. The bomb has kind of been stagnated and slowed down, surprisingly.
Oh, and Starch getting tickled a bit down to, actually that was a big tickle, that was a grope actually, down to 6 HP. And then down to just a 4v4 situation, and Foe finds a kill onto B-Folk. And now an awkward situation for RIT, as Kyrie and Talon not having the best of their game are the last two, and Talon actually gets a kill, and he actually spams onto Foe, leaving him down to 31 HP, but Foe does find the kill, drops the bomb, and that might just seal the round.
I don't know, Kyrie, I think he does actually have a fair bit of information with him. He should know where Foe is. Trying to line up that headshot just to be sure. Second time works, whatever. Good enough, no one saw that. Moving a little fast. I was surprised he actually able to get that kill. Satellite a little short on the draw. He definitely should have heard him. But now he's not looking in the right direction. There should be, oh, no, Corbin actually staying out of sight. Oh, because he knows there's no time to play, and he's playing the time, playing the clock, and now, once again, RIT are going to have to save.
Now, like I said, 5-7, 5 rounds in a row, what we saw 2 rounds ago from RIT. And guys, there is a big, I don't want to say skill gap, but in terms of the seeding, it's definitely a big gap. And besides the fact, remember, 7 rounds and Talon and Kyrie not performing. So that's a big impact, right? Now, what if they were performing? Would this be like the Dream 16-0? I don't know. It definitely would be a difference, right? But now,
Yeah.
AKs across the board. Wildcats have their rifles. Can they keep RIT away from finding another round?
Their inner defense has actually been working. I'm just waiting for RIT to kind of start attacking the A site because they have had the most success there. Attacking the B site, they tend to get a little split up and picked off, like one by one. And like in the confusion, they've had to save a few times just because they haven't been fast enough. That's the other thing about Nuke, that it's super, what's the word? Like the clock is, for some reason on this map, is that much more abusive. But right now we have a 1-for-1 trade going in onto the inner site, and that's, yeah, the terrorist is 1 kill. There's no one else defending them. There is a little bit of shots fired from outside, but there's going to be a bomb plant for RIT. Smoke off garage. And Satellite does get one for himself to kind of even it up a little bit. Yes, eyes on Vetron, crossfire.
Trying to be so aggressive, and he still has enough bullets, down to just 2, but he gets traded off right away. Ingu, down to a 1v2. Can he keep the Wildcats alive, or will he give this round up? Bots Talon, but Kyrie, when in need, does chime in and finds the 8th round for RIT. And look at the scoreboard. It's honestly interesting, and I want to see how RIT performs on the CT side, because, you know, if you're Wildcats, like, okay, you know, let's figure out where Kyrie and Talon are. They're not having a great game. Let's abuse them. You know, you never know. But of course, that's not how this game works, and there is teamwork involved. Teamwork make the dream work. That's what I call it.
Good teamwork. Have another CT push outside. They get 1 kill for themselves. Make that 3. Now it's 4. Now it's just B-Folk left with a Tech 9 as well. Not even one of the rifle carriers left. It's going to be an AK and a UMP and the bomb picked up by Wildcats. It's going to be up at Beef Oak right now, trying to retake this, and he is not in a good spot to do so as he is on a level below them. He does hear them moving around, though.
Yep. So
Not able to flick down to Ingui in time.
the bomb's just stuck up there, so lost cause, but we're into the last round. It's 6-8. Wildcats desperately need this before they go on the rougher side on the T side. They're going to have 2 AKs going into this on the CT side. And look at RIT. They've got 3 Tech 9s. They've got some utility. They have an AK on Kyrie. And no offense, Kyrie, give that to somebody else. Let them finesse the crap out of Wildcats, find some space, and capitalize somewhere. But this is the last round. And Cameron, this should be in favor of the Wildcats.
It should be, but it looks like RIT are prepping to take the inner bomb site once again. Have a smoke thrown through. Of course, a counter molly place that mini as well. And they're actually going to bring the bomb a little bit over towards the B? No, they're still just hanging out in the lobby. Haven't really decided to take it one way or another. That smoke, I believe, was just to try and draw any sort of defensive counter-terrorist nades. So they have an easier time attacking when they actually do. Foe right now, though, he is still guarding ramp, but he's guarding it from a more conservative position, but also unable to actually go down into the B site while falling away. And so maybe that could help RIT have the size of shooter, but no, it looks like they're going to go back into the A site. Saddle up on top. They don't actually check him. They're able to get 1 kill, make that 2 kills for himself. And that's 2 other that his team backed him up at. Just Vetreon left with the Tech 9 and armor.
Now, what was a balls to the wall play by RIT and just down to Vetreon. He spots the bomb. There's an AK as well. Look at how spazzy it is. He wants to win this round. Can he possibly do it? He gets tanked through the hut, and just 4 members of Wildcats, they shut him down. So that's going to be 8-7 half, and honestly, RIT are going to be sitting super comfortable on the CT side.
I don't know, because they got a lot of rounds earlier, but then essentially the second half, they seem to have kind of hit a brick wall with Wildcats. If that momentum can keep carrying Wildcats forward, they may actually have a chance into this map. While we are on a little bit of a break waiting for these players to ready up, we do have a couple of, oh god, let me open my document that I totally closed. We do have a couple of announcements to make here, us at CSL. Let me open the script. I should have had this ready. There we go. For first off, we are actually here at CSL hiring a social media manager. So just head over to cstarleague.com as well for more information on that. There's also the Midwest Campus Clash, a 25K tournament, April 8th at Columbia College, Missouri. The qualifier is already underway, and so for that, you just need to type !Clash in the Twitch chat to check out all the info for that. And then finally, there is the Twitch collegiate community. From the CSL to the rest of the collegiate world, Twitch has created a community page for viewers to keep tabs on all things collegiate. Just go to twitch.tv/communities/collegiate or follow at Twitch Student on Twitter. It's easy to find. Just head down to the info section of our stream and look for the Twitch or Twitch Student logo. Click on them and check out what the collegiate world is doing. All that should have been announced at the beginning, but this was a quick start.
You heard the man, !Clash in the chat. But guys, this is going to be the first half to complete. The second half is going to be coming up. But until then, I and Cameron will rest our voices to some nice soft hip-hop beats. Alright guys, and we are back. First half has been completed. It's going to be RIT on the CT side now as they start off with 8 rounds. And the Wildcats on the T side, and we're going to see how this pistol round gets illustrated. So Cameron, honestly, we both know Wildcats need this pistol so bad, and how will these guys take it? They spend so much utility towards outside. The bombs on the back of Foe could be a lower take.
Yeah, it would look so. They have a smoke to try and draw people outside at Retro on the lurk, but Ingreen pushing in onto the ramp gets 1 kill. Vetreon does take out Retro on the lurk/flank, whatever you want to call it, but that's already 2 players rotated in through vents onto the stairs surrounding it into Decon. Don't actually stop the plant, but Stark does get a fair bit of damage, does run out of ammo. And so it is going to be Wildcats' advantage right now. Bomb plant down in decent post plant positions. But Vetron and Talon pushing through a little bit of team advantage right there. They do put it back into their favor. Inguri just checking here. Ooh, nice 2 headshots right there.
Oh
Followed up
my god.
Keep that bomb.
A 3K by him. A really good spot too as well. So the Glock up close in that mid-range, but Wildcats find the pistol round they need. But can they keep the momentum? They also get the bomb down, so that's 800 each, followed by the 300 for the player who planted. So it definitely will benefit them. For RIT, they forced off Cameron. They've got upgraded pistols, followed by a scout onto Vetron. He's actually towards outside, and he's actually not going to get any kind of company.
Yeah, because everyone on Wildcats is going on inside, waiting to see if RIT do what they tended to do on save rounds. Yeah, and even Foe actually gets tagged, I believe. Yeah, on top of Twinkie outside, so that's already some good use from that scout. But no, Satellite's on the lurk outside with the MP7 trying to challenge a scout at long range. I like his spirit, I guess.
Yeah, there's no way in God's name he's going to get that kill with that MP7. Especially getting tagged with a scout, and at this caliber of CS, right, you're not going to get, you can't dodge the bullets. It's not the Matrix, right? But Satellite, he wants some. And Vetron on the other side with the scout. And here they come stampeding, and he tags Foe again in a deep nade, and good night, Foe, as he gets sent into that Pokeball, and down to a 4v5 now, as they did cross towards Secret. And Cameron, they have an AK. Surely Wildcats can capitalize.
Yeah, now that they're actually on a site proper from multiple directions, getting the bomb plant down as well. This should be a pretty easy save for them. Corbin with a very nice molly to check that position. It's not a very commonly held position, but that's exactly why you want to check it. Though, Talon does come in and picks up that AK, and he does have armor as well. Satellite just barely wins that duel. Talon does come in, get a kill with that AK, and Vetron another kill with his scout. It's just Inguri left. Does stop the defuse, but now that they know where he is, there is no kit on the site, however. Instead, they're just going to take a challenge to him, take him out, and then get the defuse. There still is enough time.
So, this is not good for Wildcats.
Yeah.
They give an AK. Vetron doing so much damage. He finds 2 kills as well. Followed by Talon, but I got to give it to Vetron. He gets the nade. Tags, he hits Foe twice, and he tags another in lower, and now the bomb does tick away. They get the defuse. It was close enough, but this is going to be awkward now for the Wildcats. Upgraded pistols, they will be able to buy next round, and honestly, their objective is to get the bomb down so they can have full utility, but RIT is going to make it really hard for them, as they do have UMPs.
Yeah, more than the UMPs, they actually have a fair bit of utility. Now let's see if they use it. I'm sure RIT will, but that's just one big flaw that a lot of particularly lower seeded teams do, is not using the utility they have. But interesting smoke thrown up by the Wildcats, them to, I guess, get positioned into hell and then go into A side from heaven. But it's gonna be Starch there with a quick 2 kill.
What? Starch! Bakari chimes in, finds 2 as well. That was a weird kill by Starch. He was actually backing left, and those guys just walked into his spray. Now, of course, crosshair placement's great, but that was too quick. Well, of course, they have pistols. They don't have head armor, and that just proves how devastating the UMP is. And honestly, with the recent updates, actually, I would say for about a 6 months reign, the UMP has come back. But of course, it definitely, in my opinion, needs maybe a little rework, maybe the cost to come up. But it's definitely devastating with 1200.
Yeah, like swap the cost with the MP7. The MP7 should not be 1700 for being a worse gun than a UMP. And so maybe if they swap the cost with that, or at least just lower the armor penetration of it.
But we're in a gun round. There is one UMP on Talon, but AKs across the board for the Wildcats, and they're going to actually be passive towards the outside. Now, the bomb's actually out in front of T-Spawn, and Satellite looking to pick that up. These guys want to make their way towards ramp.
Bifo kind of took that challenge there, ramp, but wasn't able to find anything with it other than maybe a single bullet on Ingui. Instead, just falls away. But Corbin from the outside flank gets a kill on Starch. Kyrie does even it up elsewhere along the map, but coming in onto the site. Retro and Ingui both getting kills for themselves. Just Beefog and Vetron left. Make that just Beefog in a 1 versus 3. Bomb already down. He doesn't have a kit. He has no utility. Just an M4 and armor. So it's doable, but very improbable. And looking at their economy, I really feel like he should just save this.
Those stupid tight angles. Oh!
Retro!
Retro! So that's a 1-for-1. Tainlin drops as well. Retro gives up his AK. FML in chat. But 9-10. Now, mind you, this is about to take back a little weird, but gotta give it to Wildcats. They're fighting back. They have the tight angles, and they're shutting down RIT. Now, RIT, they've got an M4 and Kyrie, followed by 4 upgraded pistols, and it's gonna be a little bit rough.
Yeah, but as long as they're able to trade out if the M4 ever goes down and able to pick it up, they could do some good work with even just a single rifle on the team. But that's going to be an interesting split from Wildcats right now. We have 2 people on top of Hut. Vetron ready for Retro to peek and does get 1 kill. Smartly, though, does not go for the AK. Is there another carrots outside? Oh, it's getting a little team damage. Let's get a little lit. Starts with 2 kills with that 5-7. Talk about overpowered guns. Vetron get another kill at the CZ. It's just Foe right now with the Deagle. Trying to get that bomb.
Now, all this man needs to do is get the bomb down, and he's Gucci, but gets tickled by Vetron. And now the scoreline 9-11 in favor of RIT. And look at the money situation. Wildcats don't get the bomb down. You've got Retro on 1400. It's definitely going to be a save. Satellite could drop a pistol or 2, but honestly, it's going to be a bum rush.
Yeah, Retro forced up down to 100 right now. Everyone else got a lot of Deagles. I don't know if that's the right weapon to pick on this map unless they want to try and gain outside control. I feel like Tech-9s are a lot more useful on the close quarters of both sites. Right now, they're not quite able to find anything with them just yet. A couple of players have showed some promise with the Deagles, though, and so maybe they're just trying to rely on those quick headshots. But, again, just do that with a Tech-9. I'd say. But I'm also bad at this game.
Me too, me too. I would feel like the Tech-9 is better on Nuke compared to the Deagle, but then again, the Deagle can fight towards ramp, it can fight towards outside. And,
that's true.
But the Tech-9 though, balls to the wall, you can actually get so much damage done, and the Pokeball does, wait, what? Only 1 damage to Ingui.
The door was closed, I think.
Yes, indeed, indeed. So the door protects the man. And 55 seconds to go, and Kyrie finds the first kill, but these guys want to make their way towards ramp, and it's going to be a big mistake as Beefog finds 1 and struggling to actually hold down ramp. And it looks like the Wildcats will gain control.
Yeah, he does get some good damage on, I believe it was Satellite as well. And so, you know, not a complete flubbering of his position. Now it's 30 seconds left. The bomb has yet even go down the ramp, so it looks like they're trying to bring it back onto A, hoping that there's a heavy rotate around, but that rotate is not called, and these players on the A side are stuck in their positions. Very smartly so. Retro gets 1 kill on the Kyrie, starts their trading back. They don't check Mini, now it's just Ingui left. Deagle.
Now, if Ingui could get that last kill onto Vetron and then get the bomb down, definitely beneficial, but now we're seeing, you know, fate be decided here. It's RIT, 12 rounds now. Look at the money of Wildcats. They probably saved 10+ rounds into this matchup. So, and this is the first map. So, there's a lot to think about going into the next map, but they're just a 3-round gap. It looks like they're going to want to go aggressive towards the outside, but is it a big mistake, Cameron? Up on the Vetron.
Yeah, but he's not able to find anything. He's not in a good position to kind of really use it. He does. Oh, actually, that starts that kill before he can fire his shot off. Foe also taken down to around half health, and they're not checking garage. Ooh, Retro with a nice P250 shot, but it's gonna be Starch here with backup. The bomb also got dropped in a very disadvantageous position for Wildcats. Just Corbin left. Kyrie easily takes him out. So yeah, I mean, you know, hindsight's kind of 2020, but even at the beginning of the round, I would have said that it was a little bit of a mistake to try and take outside with just pistols.
Yep, and look at the scoreboard. Vetreon knocking on the door with almost a 30K. But the money. This is the last buy possible for the Wildcats, unless they can get a bomb down and win the next round. Or this round, sorry. But honestly, RIT looking very strong. But this is the last chance for Wildcats. The 23rd round, and potentially the round before match point for RIT. Now the bomb's on the back of Foe. He's going to be set up towards lobby, followed by his teammates towards outside. And Starch going to throw a premature nade that does no damage. So, honestly, Wildcats, they've gone outside multiple times, but this is looking a little sloppy.
Ooh, Talon? Barely able to get that kill rushing up. Vance does get a second before he falls. That's going to be the bomb planted on the... I actually totally missed how the bomb got to the A side. I was just paying attention to outside. The 2-on-3 retake. Vetreon taking out a 39, just a molly. B-Folk also got dinked in the head. Through a wall, I presume, because he's not dead. But no, it looks like a good early call to save. Vetreon does take out a player on his escape. Yeah, it should be the 10th. Not sure. It's going to be the 10th round for Wildcats.
Yeah, they gain control of Inner and they send RIT to save. Now, we will check their money situation in just a second. And yeah, of course, Vetreon definitely had to save. He had 2650. And it's going to be rough. They've got 8K, 7K. They're going to be able to buy. But this could still equalize out. Like I said, Wildcats, they find that round they needed so bad. And still maintaining a 3-round gap, though, between Wildcats and RIT. So do they try again? Do they hit Inner? Do they go outside? And I can't stress enough how gaining control of outside or having a presence out there on the T side is so important. It forces like a rotate from RIT. It forces players outside and lots of potential big flanks for Wildcats. But Retro, so aggressive. And not going to find really much towards outside.
Yeah, Vetreon with the op is playing pretty conservative with the red. Ooh, Corbin. There you go. Does hit that shot. Vetreon out in the open. Actually not watching his flanks. And they're not checking for Talon, though. Is able to find information before he announces himself and actually gets 2 kills before they figure out where he's coming from. Corbin does eventually take him out. It's a 2-on-3 right now. Nade goes. Foul bounced off the wrong wall. Retro does take out B-Folk. It's just him versus Kyrie right now. A little confusing where Kyrie's going.
Oh, but mind you, though, it is a 1v1 situation. And the Wildcats need this round so bad. Keep the gap smaller, but Retro with 12 HP. Now I'm going to stick it on Kyrie. Actually, we're going to keep it on Retro. We're turn off the X-ray. We just know this player towards Midian gets the kill. So now it's around gap. The Wildcats stay alive. They win 2 rounds in a row now towards the end game of this matchup. And honestly, this might be a save for RIT.
I would. You don't want to force into this and end up letting Wildcats like gain complete control of the economy. Give up 1 round, let them get to 12, and then just actually come back with a really good buyout and win the next rounds needed. Yep,
And full AKs across the board for the Wildcats, and RIT with just 4 CZs, followed by a 5-7, and could it be the answer? Now, this gun is so annoying. It's so devastating, in-your-face type deal. But lots of time as Wildcats actually trickle their way into Secret. That's 3 of them that get through.
Yeah, and they're walking the entire way, so completely unknown to RIT. They may suspect it, but there's nothing been confirmed. Oh, Corbin just sees ahead of Starch as well. but they don't see the second player farther up on the catwalk. They're coming into the B site. Should hit it pretty hard. See Ingrid also watching outside as well. I feel like these two Lurk players are maybe a little bit too far gone. The bomb plant does go down to the B site. RIT wants to get their pistols close. Talon does find a retreating Ingrid. Picked up that AK. I don't know if they're going to try and retake with that, or maybe just try and save that.
Oh no. Knock knock. Corbin. Door right open, and Kyrie wants some, but there's two, and the trade-off is good. They find a second AK, but the bomb's ticking away towards the bomb site B. And this is looking like a Wildcats round, as those two AKs will be so beneficial for RIT. And Retro finding Starch. He finds a second one as well, and just down to Talon. So an AK is lost, but an AK saved.
Yes. That's definitely something that'll help him out as Starch. Probably going to be passed over to Starch, as he doesn't have quite the full economy for like a full, complete CT buy. We're going to have a pause. I'm going to assume this is from RIT, but that's just my my guess. But now we never really know because it doesn't tell us.
Yeah, it is RIT attack. And
it does tell us. That's the person who writes pause.
Yeah.
I don't check chat.
It's all good. So Vetron, like I said, 29 and 17. Definitely a huge impact for RIT right now. And Kyrie and Talon, they stepped up. B folk fell a little bit in the second half, but this is one round away, ladies and gentlemen, from being equalized. Now, mind you, this is a best of 3, and you guys are joining us. We're here at CSL. My name is True Lie, followed by Cameron Davis, and this is actually a close game. Now, mind you, Cameron, I think you said RIT is a 3rd seed?
3rd seed.
Compared to Wildcats, which was a 30 seed?
30.
They were 30, right?
30. Wait, I'm trying to find this specifically on the bracket. Yes, Wildcats are 30, RIT are 3. So if this, I mean, this is just game 1. I'm going to assume that this is, well, actually, yeah, this is interesting. Just based off of, because whoever picks the first map, the other team picks what side they start on. And just because, as we were talking about, this map is fairly CT-sided, I'm just going to make the assumption that this was RIT's pick. And so that actually gives an interesting situation, because if Wildcats does take this upset map, could they also be that much better at their own map that they picked?
That's true. Just honestly, a few minutes away from finding out, but you gotta give it to the Wildcats though. Just one round away. What was a 8-7 half? Even then they fought back, but they still left some openings. They made some mistakes on the CT side, but they are bouncing back on the T side. And there's gonna be the unpause. What does RIT have in store for the Wildcats? Now this was their tactical. Of course, when we call a timeout, both teams can rejoice in the tactical, but here we go. Rifles across the board, no ops in hand for anybody.
Yeah, it's been a pretty opless map, partly just because the economy has been swinging so harshly for both teams right now. That's a couple more outside smokes once again thrown out by Wildcats. And actually, Vetron's getting mollied out. Oh, does actually get a nice dink onto Retro and able to barely squeak away with his life. I think he felt the molly was going to go past him rather than literally right on top of him. But Kyrie in a very interesting spot gets one early kill and falls back. Foe pushing in, trying to trade it out. Smoke is going to allow him to do that, but that's the bomb dropped as well on the site. That's Talon there. Try and regroup, reposition, and take hold of that. But Foe able to pick it up and then maybe get the bomb plant. No, I don't know what he did. I guess he messed up his buttons a little bit maybe. But now it's just down to Corbin. He gets taken out. Talon with a nice 3K that round.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be really rough now, though. They try to capitalize towards the inside, but doesn't work out. And now RIT. They will be able to buy. Both teams will be able to buy, but there's 2 UMPs, a deagle for Corbin. is it match point for RIT? Now, mind you, the past 3 rounds, the Wildcats have been winning, but they have been taking some losses. They had to rebuy, and now RIT knocking on the door for match point.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I feel like maybe they should have just gone like Tech 9 armor and maybe not dedicate so harshly into this round. But then again, you don't even want to let your opponents get to map point, much less actually take the map. Retro did fall to Vetron out in garage that they were not checking. Let me drop down. So it's already a main advantage for RIT as well as equipment advantage.
And all RIT needs to do is just finesse these boys out. Wildcats, they're, like you said, at a man disadvantage. And Metreon says hello to Corbin from the outside. And down to just 3, and Foe gets a dink to the dome. And Talon just gonna hang out in heaven. So honestly, RIT taking their time and look at their positioning. They're just hanging out on the inside. Kyrie just looking down. Starch already rotated out. And they gave up ramp control.
Ooh, Silent Info doing some 2 nice kills themselves going on to the B side, but I don't think they were expecting Vetron to be down there so quick. He does peek out and gets nice 2K at the end for a total of 4 frag. Yeah, you get a 4K that whole round. So Vetron holding down the outside, holding down the inside, helps his team get to map point.
Yeah, so 15-12. And honestly, it's pots and pans for the Wildcats. 12-5. Sorry, 12-15. Sorry, I can't count. I don't have my glasses on, and there's a lot of distractions around me. But regardless, though, RIT 1 round away from finding the first map. It was looking like Wildcats were gonna equalize it out, but a really good fight so far. It's still not over, but RIT have all the equipment they need.
Wildcats taking a little slow. No, I lied. They're pushing straight onto ramp. Quite a bit of damage taken onto Corbin. B-Folk's able to throw a couple of smokes and flashes, allow himself to escape onto the B site. That is ramp taken. They're going to take that position and push into hell, up through heaven, potentially. No, they're just actually going to go back out. But Vetron on the top of the P250 does get taken out by Corbin after trading 1-for-1, but then there's Kyrie also peeking out, taking a kill. 3 on 4.
Yeah, and Wildcats, they try to capitalize with those Tech 9s, right? The Tech 9 fast and, a spammy gun and a really good read by RIT. Vetron was trying to finesse them out on the outside there, but Talon able to pick up one on the Foe. And Ingui's struggling, but his teammates had to hold his hand at Satellite with just a UMP, but this is the last 2 members of Wildcats. Can they keep it alive? It's just down to Satellite, a 1v4. He lines up one, but it's not going to be enough. And that's going to be your first map, ladies and gentlemen. 16-12 for RIT as they take it to Arizona. Now, there is another map. There is a lot of more CS, guys. And the next map looking like Cash, but I believe it is it for me. And Cameron is going to be joining Osto, I believe,
yes,
on the next map. But till then, guys, I'm going to get this switched up and get out of, CSL's way. But I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in on this matchup. There is another map. And Cameron, I guess some points for Nuke.
I'm sorry?
Why did our RIT take Nuke?
Oh God, I don't know. The economy was all over the place. I think in the end, they their T side, they got off to a really good start, and even though they struggled during the second half, that gave them enough of a buffer. And though the Wildcats did take a couple of early T rounds, they kind of got into the swing of things. RIT did on the CT side, able to get their setup a little more locked down, and I don't know. The economy was all over the place for both teams, but at the end, just too much for Wildcats to handle. So it ended up their comeback actually got stopped just short.
Yep, and so 16-12, Wildcats fight back. But guys, my name is True Lie. It is going to be it for me. I am joined by Cameron Davis. I am going to turn off the stream, but don't go away. There is another map coming up. So stay tuned. Hit that follow button. Support CSL. Come on. We're the biggest collegiate league for league, CSGO. And come on, it's Cameron, Davis, and Osto. Stick around, guys.